Hey guys, it's RSMM2. It's October now, and I feel it's been long enough since my last update, even though the gap between the last update and the update before that was a couple months. Anyway, there's a number of new things to talk about now, including a couple of things that I'm going to say about games, a couple of questions that I need to answer, and a bit of clarification on various things that are going on. Now, before we get started with anything, quick reminder, there is another live stream tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, playing Dishonored this time. The last two live streams were XCOM, which I'm going to talk about in just a minute. Not sure what I'm going to do after this, but this is probably going to be the last horror game, the last non-horror game that I stream this month, because this month I'm trying to focus on horror games. I still need to get to a Silent Hill game and one of the Dead Space games, which I have yet to do. Also, I did get Dementium 2 running, so I may be adding that to the Halloween stream lineup. There's a number of games lining up for that stream. So, anyway, gonna get started here with some actual things that are going on now. First off, the list of things that are going to happen, I'm planning on making a new show, a sort of review show this time. It's called Hunter Reviews. My OC goes in and reviews, I'm thinking movies, but I may also make it games. Now, I'm planning on getting this done. It's done, like, December at the most. I already have a movie picked out, and, it's, in my opinion, a horrid movie, and no one seems to think so, and I really think someone needs to rip this movie a new one. So, I'm not gonna say what it is yet, though some of you probably know what it is, if you actually know me, or I may have given it out at one point, but other than that, I don't think anyone knows what it is yet. But I can guarantee the show itself is sort of like almost a nostalgia critic type of deal that's going on. But it's just something that I'm playing around with. I don't know if I'm going to do more with it, but as of right now, this is going to happen. Okay, now something that I know everyone is waiting for. The dog to bark. No, I'm kidding. Well, I guess some of you probably expect that. But anyway, there's a lot going on with Matt's mind. Like, mainly the whole dang storyline is right now all over the place with the direction I want to take the series. His various emotions. I'm still playing around with it, like, how I want it to go, like, the way it is right now, Matt is friggin' ecstatic that he's still going, but at the same time, I'm not thinking that's the proper emotional impact for someone who just came back from the dead. Now, I may keep his ecstatic personality for a while, but then after a while, I'm probably gonna have him have another change in emotion, much like he did after he discovered what was going on with Project Purity. Like, after a while, he just starts wishing that he never came back in the first place. But I don't know if I want to do that. Like, there's at least one DLC that I'm doing that's planned for this season, in which is probably not going to be the pit, but I'm definitely going to be doing the Point Lookout. I keep forgetting the name of that one, because there's actually a really funny moment that I want to do in that one. There's actually a couple of funny moments that I want to do in that one, because that was an interesting DLC. Anyway, so it's still all over the place. The season is still gonna happen, but as of right now, I don't know what I'm doing with his personality and whatnot. Actually, there was this whole thing planned out that, Mike wasn't even gonna be in this entire season at all, and actually, right now, and then there was another plan, where he was going to be in the first episode, but then just ended up dying, but I couldn't have that because of the movie, so that was quickly scrapped. And then there was a whole thing where he would come in at the very end of the season. There was a whole plan thought out where he would come, like, midway through the season when some big thing happened, like what happened when Matt got abducted by aliens. Mike went offline for a while. But right now, I don't know what I'm doing with Matt, and I don't know what I'm doing with Mike, so that's really up in the air. The season's still gonna happen, still coming out, on the 31st, end of this month, but right now, I don't know where it's going to go from there. There's been a lot of streams happening lately. In fact, I posted, the highlight reel from from last week, which was the Doom 3 stream, where I posted a couple of highlights from that. Then, there was the Dementium the Ward stream, which was on Sunday, and then Tuesday, 2 games came out. And I wanted to stream one of them, and I could only stream one, because my hard drive space didn't have enough space, considering that all of the Matt's Mind footage is on there. I didn't have enough space for both games, so I went with XCOM. And by God, am I glad that I went with XCOM. People, I'm probably gonna go into a review of this right now. People, this game is right now my pick for Game of the Year. Right now, it surpasses Mass Effect 3. I mean, Mass Effect 3 was, by God, freaking amazing. And they fixed the ending and everything. And there's still a DLC coming out later this year. But, by God, this game, I beat this game in 3 days. And I clocked about 20-something hours, 27 hours on this game before I actually beat it. And I still freaking love it. This, in my opinion, is the second best reboot to a franchise since Doctor Who. It's damn good, people. It's really freaking good. The gameplay is just amazing. It's almost like the original, but they made it so much freaking simpler. The graphics are top-notch, and it streams decently well, actually. For usually when I stream, I get lag, but this streamed pretty damn good for a game that just this week came out. Game Informer gave it a 9.5, and yeah, that's about right for what I would give this game, a 9.5. It's amazing, but it's not perfect. But no game is. Like, no game is perfect except maybe Portal. Portal is one of the few games I have yet to find a flaw in. And before you ask, is Portal 2 a good game? Yes. Is it as good as the original? No. But anyway, we're not talking about Portal 2. This is... People, this is good. This is a damn good game. If you find the time, do play it. I highly recommend it. It's just, wow. I did not expect to be... I was waiting for this game. I saw a bit of it at E3, but I did not expect it to actually be this mind-blowing. It's really friggin' good. And if they are planning DLC for it, it is listed down to have DLC available for it. If they are planning DLC for it, I'll friggin' play it. I'll friggin' pick that DLC up and play it. You already got me down for that. If there's a DLC for this, I'll automatically play it, because this is really, really good. I mean, Okay, I just keep saying it's really, really good, and you probably don't believe me, but just believe me on this. It's pretty good. So, anyway. Halloween is fast approaching. An extension, so is Matt's Bite Season 2, a new Drunken Wasteland comic, and the Halloween stream. Now, the Halloween stream keeps having things added onto it. Like, right now there's 3 games added onto it, possibly a movie that I'm going to run, and a couple other things that I might throw in there. Right now, the game lineup is Slender, Home, which is going to be another blind Let's Play, because I haven't played it, I haven't installed, it's fairly new, and Dementium 2 is also on there now, because I managed to get that running. Another game that I might be adding is Amnesia, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to stream it at all, but I might throw that in there just for the hell of it, because I haven't played a lot of that game, and I don't really know that much about it. Also, another game that may or may not be added is Dead Space 2, because I do plan to play the first Dead Space sometime this month, along with Silent Hill, but I'm thinking I'm also going to be adding Dead Space 2 to this lineup. So, there's a lot of things that are being played, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to get to in this stream. So, moving on. I saw this on my list of games that are about to be released. You thought you could escape me, did you? No, I caught on. Garry's Mod 13. I know a number of you want to know about this. I'm not updating. I'm not updating to Garry's Mod 13. It sucks. Completely and utterly sucks. I mean, I cannot find enough reasons to hate Garry's Mod 13. It's just... Ugh. It literally makes me cringe just thinking about it. It's so frickin' bad. I hate it. Despite the breaking of several of the things I've already added onto it, some of my props, some of my entities, weapons, various other things that I use, even maps. Garry's Mod 12, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion, is just 1,000 times better than 13. Also, Gmod 13 lags more than 12, and it just does not have the same feel to it. It's just, you can't get used to it. It's like when they updated Minecraft with the new sound effects. It's, okay, maybe not as bad as that, because that was bad. But, anyway, it has terrible face posing options. I don't know why you changed that, but it also spazzes out. It also doesn't have a toy box. Now, even though they already shut down Toy Box was, in my opinion, one of the most useful things I ever used on Garry's Mod. That's where I got the frickin' screwdriver, where I found the original pony models, where I got a number of gun props, where it's just... I don't see why people are excited for 13. It's just... So, what I've done, and what I recommend everyone else do if you're not looking forward to it, is I went over to Garry's Mod, the current Garry's Mod, and I disabled automatic updates. And now I'm going to keep that off forever, because I don't want it to update to 13. Now, if it forces updates to 13, then I'm probably going to quit Garry's Mod altogether. Now, another thing is, if Garry's Mod 13 is a separate game from the current version, I'm going to turn automatic updates back on, because then I just won't care at that point. But I don't want Garry's Mod 13 and right now, it's contributing to what I'm calling the end of days. If you want to know what the end of days is, give me a second to start up the music. It's the end of the world as we know it, people. I do not feel fine about it. First off, contributing to what I'm calling the end of days, or, as some may refer to it, the end of the internet, is the new YouTube layout. And, which I, god damn frickin' hate for all of my might. I'm really hoping that they change it back, because right now, I want to rip my frickin' hair out just by looking at it. Next, DeviantArt has been running into a lot of trouble with the uploads. Also, they changed the mobile layout, which is no good for when I want to check my messages. Next up is the Garry's Mod 13 update, which me and I'm pretty sure over half of the people who play that game do not want. Third is the whole 2012 theory that's going around that the world is going to end in December. Next up, we have Hollywood. In general, just Hollywood. First off, SOPA, PIPA, Bill S-978. They're still trying to get that through Congress. I don't know why, but that is going to take a major toll on everything that we're doing. Also, various celebrities that are going on over there. Sarah Jessica Parker, various other things. Charlie Sheen. They are making too much money, and we aren't doing a damn thing about it. Next, all the good shows are ending. South Park, Simpsons, everything is just ending, and nothing good looks like it's coming out. Family Guy is still running, even though it sucks. Then we have EA, those corrupt money-grabbing thieves that just keep making games, and then bribing the review companies to say that it's a good game. Next up, we have EA again, then they are just being corrupt money-grabbing thieves again because they created Origin and won't release Mass Effect 3 on Steam or any other game that would do so much better on Steam, even though they're just putting it on Origin. And yeah, we also have Congress, just Congress in general, because they can't get shit done. And in case you haven't noticed, they raised the debt ceiling, so they can just keep making more money as the country plummets further and further into debt, because they are making more money. Then we have soccer moms, just soccer moms in general, again, because they are a major, major contribution to this whole end of the world thing. Why do we listen to these people? I mean, look what they did to Cookie Monster. They turned him into Veggie Monster. Even though that is a very damn good child mascot. And look what they did to Derpy. And then, we have the presidential elections. Yeah. I am so sick and tired of hearing about it. Now, let me ask you all something. Very simple question, don't worry. Who in their right mind is actually going to vote for Romney this November? Really think about this. And really think, because Mitt Romney, if elected, is going to give tax breaks to the rich and put more pressure on the middle class, not to mention the lower class. Now, what is that going to do for America? It's going to screw it up more than it already has. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, what about Obama? He's not getting shit done. Well, think of it like this. Would you rather have Romney come in and have him screw everything up and cause us all to go into an even bigger debt crisis? Or would you rather stick with Obama and have nothing change? Think about that. Also think about this. The good things that come from presidential electorates always happen around their second term. We have to give Obama a break. Look at the mess we left with him. Just look at what Bush did. This guy has to come in and clean it up. Lay off of him. Seriously. I don't mean to get really political on this, but it's driving me nuts. A lot of people hate him because he couldn't do what he said he would. But he has a lot to do, and he only has 4 years to get it done. So, sorry, but what else is he supposed to do? Okay, hexing has slowed down significantly. In fact, I'm really freaking lazy right now and don't feel like doing a lot of hexing. Mainly because I just finished this one and it was obnoxious. The XCOM badge on his chest, that was so freaking hard to get it just right. And because, the whole model is, like, cut in half, like, down the center. So I had to line that up so freaking perfectly. It still doesn't come out very good. It's also why the equestrian flag is on his flank rather than his back. But other than that, this is, in my opinion, some of my best work. It took forever, don't get me wrong, it took forever to actually do. It took me about 5 hours to actually sit down and actually do this thing. But it's more advanced than what I've usually done. So right now I'm not doing a lot of hexing, but it's still there. The whole hexing business that I'm doing. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to it as of right now, but I still need to make my OC wearing a sweater, so probably relatively soon. Alright. You've no doubt heard the rumors. Don't believe most of them, but recently there have been major rumors that Bethesda is planning Fallout 4 in Massachusetts. Now, I'm not going to confirm anything, nor am I going to go crazy about anything yet. But these are interesting rumors that I'm hearing, that it's going to be set in Massachusetts, because if you remember in I almost said Mass Effect there. If you remember, in Fallout 3, Dr. Lee headed north to find the Commonwealth, which is around the area of Massachusetts. Now, there's a lot that you can do with that, story-wise, and honestly, there's a lot that I could do with this in Matt's mind. Now, if this is true, and this turns out to be Fallout 4, I will definitely, I'm already gonna pick it up and play, no matter where it is, but if this is true, you can probably pretty much confirm Season 4. Now, the thing with Season 4 is, it all depends on how the character in the game is portrayed, or how he starts out at the beginning of the game. Because, like, if you start out in a vault in this one, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it, because Matt already came out of a vault, so I won't be able to do anything with that. I might make another series for it, but I won't be able to do anything with Matt. Also, if there isn't a Pip-Boy, then either I'm going to have to come up with some excuse for why Mike is still there, or I'm going to have to get rid of Mike as a whole. Or, if there's going to be a Pip-Boy mod, which I'm guessing that there probably will be, then I'm gonna have to get that mod. And so, it's really, really sketchy as to whether or not these rumors are true. I hope they are, but right now I can't come to a decision on whether I'm excited for this or not, because there's just not enough information. Drunken Wasteland recently returned with a new comic, when, in extension, a great big old slap to my own face because I didn't notice the joke before, and it had so much freaking potential, and even though I've already done the joke, it still has potential because I can keep using it. But right now, I'm out of ideas. Like, the latest one was just a total shot in the dark, it just freaking occurred to me, and I'm like, I have to do that. I have to touch base on that, because no one has touched base on it, and no one actually even seemed to notice it. And it was just out of nowhere. I just had to do it. It was that funny. The Tumblr, on the other hand, is still going, even though I'm getting 1,000 questions a day on Amada. Now, if whoever's sending these questions about Amada to me is listening to this, stop sending them. First off, over half of them are weird. Second, Amada and Matt, not gonna work out at all. Because she's in the vault, he's outside, he got kicked out. It's just not gonna work out between the two. Especially since Matt shot her frickin' father in the face several times with Gobi and is now dead. They kicked him out for a reason. He didn't want to be kicked out, but he had to go. And it was pretty freaking crucial to the whole emotional side plot that I had going during the season. But yeah, so stop sending questions about Amada. They're weird. They're not gonna work. Amada is gone right now, and I just can't bring that character in. It's about these three. It's also why I'm not bringing any other characters from any other Fallout Equestria fanfic, like Puppy Smiles or something, or the other one. Oh crap! I'm gonna have to touch base on that fanfic. Or any other character from any other Fallout Equestria story, because then it won't be the Drunken Trio. It'll be the Drunken whatever four for a group is. And right now I don't feel like adding another character or anything. And like, I don't read enough Fallout Equestria. I try to read one of them at a time, and right now Somber has an updated Project Horizons in 4 weeks. I'm sitting here with Google Docs. No, it's not Google Docs anymore, sorry. It's Google Drive. Sorry. I have that open right now. I'm waiting for the Project Horizons index page to jump to the top of the list saying it just updated. Which I usually do on weekends. So, right now, there's not a lot going on in my head for ideas for this comic, but there's plenty of ideas going around for the Tumblr. I get a decent number of questions on this topic. The Fallout Equestria mod. A lot of people are wondering about this. And, you have a right to wonder, because it's a big project, a huge, very, very big, like, project that's going on. It's a total conversion mod for Fallout 3 or New Vegas. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it, like, changes everything about the game. It just brings in my opinion, the greatest story of all time and makes it into a game, and it's a big project. So, a number of you do ask about this. Now, the answer is yes, we are still alive. It's still going. Slowly. Very slowly. Right now, we're not exactly on speaking terms about a lot of things. And I still haven't gotten my script. Now, the closest thing I can give you right now is that we do plan to have a sort of build out next year. Like, maybe a beta? I'm not sure, but we do plan to have some kind of playable thing out sometime next year. Now, another reason I bring this up is because there's something pretty cool in this mod that I recently got confirmation on, and I'm gonna bring that up here in a sec. I recently got confirmation on Gobi. Gobi is going to be a special weapon in the Fallout Equestria mod. I don't have any other information for it, but there is going to be a sawed-off shotgun that causes people's limbs to explode. This is really freaking exciting, actually. This is really freaking cool. So, that's about it on that topic. So, if any of you remember way back in earlier this year, I was part of the production of one of the FOE fanfics, Old World Renegades. Then, Skylight dumped the fanfic into my hands and said, have fun with it, do whatever the hell you want with it. Now, I still don't want to drop this project, but I still haven't gotten around to writing any of it. And I don't know when I'm gonna get around to writing any of it, because I'm getting back into Matt's mind, and so if any of you were actually waiting for this, I might be getting back to it maybe before the end of the year. I don't know. I don't even remember what the main character was doing when the first chapter. No, wait, she fell asleep. Yeah. So I don't know when I'm gonna get back to it, but it will hopefully be soon. And that is essentially it. I don't think I missed anything. Chances are I'll look back over this update and then I'll remember if I missed anything. But other than that, I think I covered everything. So anyway, stream tomorrow, Dishonored, blind Let's Play, haven't played it yet. But, yeah, that's it.